nearly 2 decades later.
The replacement avionics
And
box.
staying on aerospace, U.S. President Donald Trump hailed the efforts of a group of school children from North Carolina after they won a national rocketry challenge with a rocket named Trump. Students from the Victory Christian School found themselves invited to the White House on Friday, where their project was put on full display in the Oval Office by the president himself. The rocket flew at least 775 feet before being aloft for 43 seconds.
But that looks like a mean machine you did right there. So I want to wish you a lot of luck. Anybody have anything? How did you come up with the name Trump? Does anybody have an idea?
Simply because it conquers all.
Oh.
And time now for a look at sports. Let's kick off with football, and Chelsea has won the Premier League title after defeating West Bromwich 1-0 on Friday night. The rival teams were seen in a deadlock until the 82nd minute, when Chelsea striker Michy Batshuayi secured a nail-biting last-minute goal for the team. The win marks a milestone for manager Antonio Conte, who is the 4th ever manager to secure a title victory on the first season.
Yeah, I have to tell thanks to my player, because it's not easy to adapt new method and new philosophy, and also to work very hard to change totally your work if you compare the work of this season and the past.
To rugby, and it's the final face-off in the European Champions Cup in just a few moments. Saracens are looking to join an elite group of rugby sides by retaining the European Champions Cup, but with French side Clermont-Auvergne standing in their way. Oliver Reagan reports.
The final push for Saracens in their bid for European glory. Clermont-Auvergne are the final team standing between them and retaining the Champions Cup. A feat no English side has achieved since Leicester Tigers 15 years ago. For Mark McCall's side, it will be their 3rd European Cup final in just 4 years. A mark of consistency that pleases their head coach.
The goal was always to become a really high-level, consistent team. And I think over the last 8 years, but particularly over the last 4 years.
Saracens won an historic double last year and remain on course for the double-double this season. And their flanker Michael Rhodes thinks it's testament to the drive of the squad.
That has made us even more determined to win again this year, to sort of prove to other, critics and other teams that, this wasn't just a one-off. We really want to win this again.
With their domestic playoff place secured, Saracens rested almost half of their first team for the weekend's defeat to Wasps. And that result left them without a home semi-final in the Premiership. But Mark McCall will hope that the break for his players will pay dividends as he prepares them for the weekend challenge of Clermont. Clermont are European heavyweights themselves, twice losing finalists. And they have a former Wolf in their pack. David Strettle is Saracens' 2nd highest try scorer, and his former teammate Alex Good is fully aware of the threat the winger poses.
We know how good he was for us and how dangerous he is with his footwork and his ability in the air. So it's a massive challenge.
2 of Europe's most consistent teams are ready to do battle at Murrayfield. A win for Saracens will see them become just the 4th side to retain the European Cup. And this United squad is hungry to make history.
And that's it for this edition of ViuTV News. Join us tomorrow again at 7 p.m. for all the stories that are shaping your world. I'm Diane, and you've been watching ViuTV News. Thanks for joining us, and good night.